good starting point is what she said. Patience is, like if you're really in it, then just be in it, and these things do come with time. Taekwondo, the Missouri kids, once said something that I'll never forget, and that was that Ken Swift had been breaking for a very long time, was already super famous, like almost from the get-go. As soon as he got into these movies in the 80s with Rocksteady, he was already world famous and one of the B-boys that everybody wanted to emulate. But it wasn't until the mid-90s that he started to really find himself, after he'd been breaking about 18 years. And that's a long way off for a lot of people. For some of us, we've been at it a long time. I've been at it for 20 years. So, but it's a constant thing. It's not. You can't put a number on it. You can't say, okay, when I hit 20 years, then I found my style. Then I found my style. It's not that simple. It's just if you have patience, it comes. It just comes with time. That really does solve a lot of these. It does answer a lot of these questions. But one thing that I have found in practice, because this is something I ask myself as well all the time. How can I continue to be different without being so different than I'm doing in other dance? Because it's an argument I have with a lot of people. I've been accused of doing another dance, so that's I dealt with this question a lot of times. What I do is I constantly start over. I start from scratch. I'm a beginner again. When I do a workshop, I think, what can I teach these people today that maybe I don't actually know how to do? And then we learn together, and I know what the end result will look like. Like today, we deconstructed certain moves, and then reconstructed them in a new way, like a windmill. We deconstructed a windmill, and started from footwork and turned it into a windmill. Well, I'll take my students and say, I want to teach them this certain step. Well, how can I break it down in such a way that it is not the usual way of starting, and we'll take a detour to get to the same destination, which is a fundamental move, a foundational move. Starting over and being a beginner and humbling yourself, it's really humbling to be a beginner. And being in that position again, where you're embarrassed and you're ashamed and you're awkward and you can't be comfortable, with your own style. That's what helps.
Yeah.
So what's all about?
I might have to just cut it off there because Val's workshop's already running late. But if everyone could give our panelists a big round of applause.